Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome along to another episode of The Young Farmer. My name is Andy. I hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a lovely weekend, everybody. Welcome back to another week where it is beautifully sunny here. So today I am taking advantage of it. I have borrowed a local neighbour's loader. This is not mine. But as you can see, we're putting some of our own fertiliser down today. So we needed something that was able to lift everything. Because yeah, mine is just, well, I don't have anything to be honest, so needed something that could kind of get us out of the hole here. So we're busy cracking on. We're doing our own land this morning, which is nice to be able to get on with that. So hopefully it's not going to take us too long here. We're just going to beetle through this pretty quickly, and then we're going off for a bit of a drive actually. Once we get this all done today, we're going to jump into the Land Rover where we need to head out. We're going to go, well, hopefully all being well, we're going to go baler shopping, which would be nice. Right now we're looking into the possibility of a round baler. So we need to see, is that one done enough there? We'll stick one more in, why not? There we go, lovely stuff. So we need to go and we're going to have a look at something, a bit of a drive away actually to be fair. There's one at a dealership and one at a local farm nearby the dealership. So we're going to check those out, but for now we're just going to pull this out the way. So we're getting onto our spring barley here, which is fantastic news. It's dried up, it's really coming through well now actually. As you can see, we have got some great growth around here. Put that back on. Really starting to come through well. It's looking a great crop actually. I'm very impressed with it, which is great news. So all being well, we should get it's got some great growing conditions at the moment, which has really established itself very well. So yeah, it's had a great period of sunshine, got a little bit of rain when it needed to, just it was starting to emerge, and then the sun's come out and really kicked it on here, which is fantastic. But we're going to be putting down some 27-9 ratio of fertilizer today, which is 27% nitrogen and 9% sulfur, just to really help bring this through in its first growing stages. I think, given what it's looking like at the moment and where we're looking kind of timeline, we'll probably bring something else in, maybe some, I don't know, 16, 10, 10 or something like that later on in the year when it's really got a good chance to grow through. But for now, we're just going to get ourselves away. So we're all ready to go. Get ourselves into a good gear here, and we're off. Lovely stuff. And away we go. So again, we're trying to get this little quick job done, and then we're going to have a look at the baler, because soon we're going to be heading away off to do a lot of other spraying work, a lot of other fertilizer work, and hopefully some grassland work as well. That's going to be next on the list, so that'd be amazing if we can get that going quickly. Really, I'm very satisfied with the flow of jobs coming through. Since we last documented our business, I was working for the council, did the council road verge work, done a lot of that. Since then though as well, we've been doing a lot of carting of fertilizer around. We even got a little bit of extra. Let's get to the end here. It's lovely. We'll do this in two separate fields because of the old footpath in the middle. Actually, do you know what, we won't. We're just going to cut across the footpath. Makes sense. I even had to get quite a fair bit of extra fertilizer work to do, so applying fertilizer, which has been fantastic news. And yeah, it's nice to be able to kind of get a little bit of time for ourselves to work on my own land here. It's always very important. It shouldn't take us too long. It's not the biggest of fields we have here, but yeah, it's nice to get a good start. As you can see, the ground's still very dry here actually. It's fantastic. It's really not showing any signs of holding the water too much. I think we've been fortunate enough with just the right amount. What I would like to see though, just to keep my kind of conscience happy, would be a few more big growth spells like this really, and then maybe another shower or two by the end of the week, just to kind of wash this fertilizer in would be perfect, because otherwise you never know what might happen. But yeah, for now everything is coming through very nicely. So I'm just going to cut through here. And as you can see there, that is our public footpath running right up the middle there, so there's no missing it for anything. And then we're going to beetle up here. So I hope you're all doing very well. How are you all? How has your weekend been? And what are we all getting up to today? I'd love to know. Do drop your comments down below. Let us know what you're doing and where you're working at the moment. sure a lot of you are getting stuck into the harvest, so we're not, well, we're a little bit far off here, but it will be coming. I have no doubt about that. Well, actually, there is another little one over there. I missed one. There we go. Just the smallest of tram line, I missed that. I do like this time of year when your crops have really come through, especially after if there've been any testing conditions. Fortunately, like I say, we didn't have any of those, but yeah, just to be able to see the hard work starting to pay off is great. Really, really nice. We're going to that one there. So we're starting to really rack up the hours on the class, and what we are going to be doing, I'm pretty confident we're going to be taking away one of these balers today that we're going to have a look at. So we're actually going to drive over in the class and have a look at them. It's going to be about a 40-minute drive, but I'd rather just take the class over now. It doesn't take too long, rather than take the Land Rover over and then have to come back and go for a second trip in the class. It really doesn't make much sense for me, that. So I'm more than happy to do it this way. Nice trip out as well, blocked off the afternoon, so no extra jobs coming in, so we can really crack on and get that done. And all should be very good. But for now, we're just going to keep rumbling through. We've got this field here, of course, and that little one over there. Then we'll have to go and take the New Holland loader back. It's going to just up the farm up the road there. The same very kind neighbour who's going to offer to, who's offered actually his services to cut this field, and the next one when the time comes in the late summer. Yeah, as you can see, we are rumbling through here. So we'll get this field finished and the next one, and we'll come back to you when we're all good and done. Alright then, that is all done. Doesn't take too long to get through, just about 20 acres there, if not that. So what we're going to do before we go any further is just wash down the back of the tractor. Make sure we get rid of all of the kind of fertilizer dust, really. It's very corrosive. So just give it a good wash down. Should keep everything looking sparkling. Keep it all working, because what last thing we want to do is lose our tractor at this time of year. But we'll do this, and then next step is we're going to go and take the. We're going to go and take the New Holland back. We've got 2 bags of fertilizer left, which is annoying for now, but we'll get that used up at some point. I guess we'll just stick this in here for now. Yeah, it's going to just go straight into the corner. So I thought I'd try and get this all done early in the morning so that we're not holding up the use of the loader really for the owner of it. Let's be honest. I just don't want to inconvenience him at all. So we'll just stick these 2 out the way in the dry. We'll always find use for those at some point down the line. That's lovely. Excellent stuff. And then we're going to take this away. Take this back into the yard there, and then I'm going to have to get a lift back, I think, somehow. Tractor's there. Anyway. Nice little New Holland loader, this, actually. It works really well. Nice and quick, nice and fluid. I'm just going to go... Nothing coming, and away we go. So yeah, I think this is only a couple of years old, actually. It hasn't got a great number of hours on the clock for a telehandler on a livestock farm, but it's doing alright. It's certainly great for me to use it. Didn't quite know how else I'd be able to do this, so it's very much appreciated. And we'll take this back up and just park it in the shed out the way for now. It's got some good speed to it as well, actually. It flies up the hills. Really, really nice. So we're just going to take it into this yard here on the right. Gate's still shut. Not much happening, it seems, at this yard at the moment here. Everyone's just kind of waiting for the lull before the storm that is silage and then harvest. But as you can see, there's some good sized equipment floating around here. Nice smart combine there, we'll have to get use of that. We'll just stick this back where I got it from. Lovely stuff. Awesome, well I'm going to have to wait here to see if I can find the farmer, get a lift back down the road, and then we will jump back into the class where we need to go away, and yeah, we're going on a little bit of a road trip, so we'll pack our lunch and then we'll get ourselves on the way. Excellent. So just like that, it's we are back, ready to go, dieseled up, lunch packed, and we're off. So as I mentioned, I think it takes in the region of about 40-50 minutes to get there by tractor actually, so it's not the longest trip ever. We'll make it work. But yeah, we're gonna head south, and then we head south for probably, I think it's in the region of about 30 minutes, then we cut a little bit further west actually, so but we will just crack on, no time like the present, and we will see you all on the other side there. So destination is to be kept a little bit of a surprise, but we'll catch you when we get there. Well, hello everybody, we're back, and we are by the coast. Little area that some of you may recognise. We are only a few minutes out from our first location. Actually, we're going to have a look at one baler at the dealers. I'm not sure which one. I think this is the Coon baler actually. So I've never really had any dealership with, or any dealings with Coon before, so that could be interesting to see. And then after that one, we'll be heading on to the up the road to the farm there. So we're just going to, if memory serves, we're going to turn left here. Ideal, and then we'll just take this right. Lovely stuff. Yeah, so far it's a nice, pleasant drive down actually. Really enjoyable. Not a problem to be had there, which is great. And we'll pull into here. And I think we'll just pull into the side. That's lovely stuff. Let's get our door open, we can get out of here. Excellent. So like I say, this is our first baler. This is it's a Coon VB2190, progressive density, whatever that means. One of the two round balers we're looking at here, this one's a little bit newer, I do believe, not by much. It has slightly fewer bales on the bale counter, which is interesting. It could be a good option. But yeah, ultimately it doesn't look too bad. I am thinking, I'm definitely at the moment leaning further towards round bales than square. Just at the moment, some of the main customers I'd be hoping to contract for are primarily round bale users, so that's what we'll be looking for. But that's quite a smart baler there. I think this is available to me for about 28,000, so we'd have to try and see how the finances would work. That'd be a bit tight. But yeah, certainly not a bad option at all. Looks very smart. But yeah, we're going to come back and have a chat with the dealer if we need to on that one. But elsewhere, let's just jump into our beautiful class. And we'll have a drive up to another yard, which is just up their road. Certainly there will be no issues with power in that one at all. It should be more than adequate. I have been doing a little bit of looking at square balers, and I think there is definitely scope for it at some point, perhaps not now. I just think that maybe if to have a big square baler as well, we're probably a few horsepower short being able to handle it comfortably. This is only 160 horse, and yes, whilst it could pull some of the square balers, it wouldn't be comfortable, I don't think. It would require maybe a little bit of extra bump, so maybe one day down the line, but we're just not quite there yet. Oh, that car's taking too long, we'll nip up here. So we're going up to a farmer who has many balers actually. He does an awful lot of contract baling in this region. I think this one's just a little bit beyond his age range. So he does sell them off privately and then he replaces them. So we'll have to see what he's got. Oh, some land for sale there. Oh, and a hot air balloon as well. So yeah, this one I believe has in the region of, I think it's about 3 years old. And I think he was saying he puts about 8,000 bales on a year for a round baler, which is not that many actually. It's just a good life. So it's on about 24,000 bales, which is still, when you think of it that way, it's still quite a large number. But they're well looked after, so we know that they'll be in good nick, and everything's serviced and has a full service log history with it, which is always preferable. This way. Oh, there's his truck at least. Oh, look at the tractors. Let's just pull up here, see what we can find. This is a nice big barnyard actually. Okie dokie. So now, if I'm right in thinking, these are his 2 balers currently for sale. Now, obviously, as we mentioned, that the massive big square, or I think that's a Heston baler actually, likely to be a little bit too big for what we would need. Maybe at some point down the line we could look into that one, but I just think it's a little too much for us right now. The Welger, on the other hand, is a brand that I do really like. Very much a big fan of these. I'm very trusted with in the past. We used to have a Welger square baler that used to run like clockwork, and we had no issues with it really. I know I can get parts for this very nearby as well. The dealership in town actually sources Welger parts for me. Had a chat with them before I left, whereas they're not very good with Kuhn. They can't get them as quickly and as readily. So at the moment I am very much of the opinion that we should be looking into going, for our first baler at least, going Lely. Going for the Welger. Now, at some point I would like to buy a new baler, but it's again, the cost of a new baler is, I got a priced up quote for a Krone round baler, the one, I think it's an Optima, and good lord, they are horrendously expensive, so we're definitely not there yet, so I'll have to hang on and wait on that idea. But like I say, the Lely is a very nice smart machine. What I might do is just see if we can get this all hooked up actually, and just have a bit of a look at it. So that's not a bad way to go, just see how it runs, see how it pairs through. Another advantage of bringing your tractor, because you can't hook it onto the back of the Land Rover. I want to go in there, let's have a go. Now, this farm used to be a mixed farm of arable and livestock. Just have cattle and pigs on here, but they no longer have anything. It's just a contractor's yard now, which is kind of sad in one respect. Alright, so we'll just bring this forward a little bit. Get it out into the sunshine, and we'll just set it through. I just want to run it through, see how it sounds, see how it looks, see if there's any curious knocks and bangs and bumps, which balers can quite often acquire. But it sounds like it could be good. Let's just get out and have a look. See, it's very quiet actually on low revs. Barely hear it ticking over there just when it's on idle. It's great. Let's just see, we might just open up the back as well. Turns out I need to get a different fitting for the back of the class hydraulics to get that back to open up, which is interesting. Who knew that one? But I like this baler actually, I really do. It's looking in great condition. I think we could be onto a winner here. What I'm going to do is have a quick chat with the farmer, see what we can do in terms of price and see if we can get this knocked down, but we could be onto a bit of a winner here. But yeah, so we're going to have a chat with him and then we'll come back. And just like that, I am now rather incredibly the proud owner of a second-hand round baler. Quite remarkable really, but we've got a great deal on this. Got knocked a few thousand off the price for taking it away today, which is great news. Now we can really crack on. We are gathering equipment at a great rate of knots. So now what we need to do is make sure we get to use this stuff. Which means it's time to get home, really. We're gonna head back down the way we came here, back along the coastline, and we'll get this back home and tucked into the shed. I have ordered some new net wrap as well because there's not quite enough. Well, we haven't got any really. So we'll get that ordered in pretty quickly, get that put onto the shelves at home, and then we can really get ourselves going. With the weather at the moment, the grass is really kicking on and growing. It's probably still, I'd like to think, another couple of weeks off anyone starting to cut some grass down, but we'll wait and see on that front. You just never know, and hopefully we'll get some more work to do over the coming few weeks with it. But yeah, at this stage, yeah, we just need to kind of think about it and make sure we're in a position to be able to get ready to go. So the baler was last looked over and cleaned down at the end of last season. It does look clean, but what I am going to do is also take it into the dealers just for them to have a proper look over it at Mannings there and see if they recommend doing any work to it. But to my mind, it looks all good, and we'll be able to get going with it as soon as possible. They've got a lovely lighthouse in the distance there. But with that in mind, we're going to leave this here as we trundle on home and get this all set up. So thank you ever so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you have yet to, do please subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who very kindly posts all my my videos. And we will see you in the next episode there, where, well, who knows what we'll be doing really. It's all up for grabs as the life of a contractor, so we'll have to wait and see. But until then, thank you ever so much for watching. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and we'll see you later.